It was something that dropped in my spirit so strong this morning. It became a blessing to me. And I believe strongly that this afternoon will be a blessing to you too as well. We want to open our Bible to Psalm 34 verse 19. Psalm 34 verse 19. It says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers them from them all. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him from them all. It didn't say small. It said many are the afflictions of the righteous. It didn't say many are the afflictions of the sinners. It said many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him from them all. Why is the Kumasi thing coming this afternoon? When I want to say deliver, then you come deliver it. Hey! The Kumasi people are here. They will say the relief. But the Lord delivered him from them all. Many are the afflictions. Church, there are many things we are going through. There are many things we are going through. Like Auntie Cho will say, we don't come and dance because we don't have problems. But we dance because we believe that God can be able to deliver us from them all. And that is why we come and dance. Many are the afflictions. Many are the troubles. Many are the wahalas of the righteous. But the Lord delivered him from them all. The good thing is that it is not man that is going to deliver you. It is not your uncle or your auntie, your friend, your husband. But he said, but God or the Lord will deliver him from them all. And not some. From them all and not some. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. Many are the things that we go through. Many are the things that is passing through. This morning, once I was meditating and preaching the message to myself, I got closer to one of my colleagues. I said, hey, things have passed through our eyes. He said, what's the meaning? I said, I'm literally means the nyama fayeni. Hey, many are the afflictions. Many are the afflictions. Things have passed through our eyes. Nyama fayeni, but God has delivered us from them all. We haven't ended yet. Why haven't we ended yet? We are still going through it. And while we're still going through it, and people are not seeing. People are not seeing because we don't look like what we have been through. And we don't look like what we are going through. And so people don't see what we are going through. We don't look like it. We don't look like at all like it. And so people don't see, and people can't understand. Sometimes you tell people, say, hey, they get shocked and that because they don't see it on you, they don't see it on me. But because God is delivering us from them all, there are many afflictions. And oh my God, David said in Psalm 23 verse 4, he said, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, because thou art with me. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, he said the valley, you are not walking on the mountain. When you are walking in the valley, and when we say shadow of death, it means it's not death. It's a shadow. It's a shadow. Why is it a shadow? When you see a shadow of a human being, it resembles a human being. If you see a shadow of maybe an object, you will see, the shadow reflects the image. And so when you see the shadow of death, it reflects the image of death, and that is why when you walk through, it looks like the shadow of death. It's not death. It's just a shadow of it, but that alone is enough to let you know that death is just around. Because you see, if there is no image, there is no shadow. If there is no image, if there's no image, there is no shadow. We only see images when we only see shadow when the real image is there, because the shadow reflects the image. And David said, yet though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? Because thou art with me, and thy rod and thy staff they comfort me. Why? Because you know that many are the afflictions of the righteous, and it is God that is going to deliver him from them all. We don't look like it. We don't look like it. We don't look at it at all. Many are the things that we are going through, but he said the Lord is going to deliver you and I from them all. Not some, but God is going to deliver us from them all. I have a message for somebody this morning. Just one message, just something I just want to drop it in your spirit. Daniel chapter 3 verse 27. The Bible says that those three Hebrew friends, and the princes, governors, and captains of the king's counselor, being gathered together, saw these men upon whose bodies the fire. What happened? The Bible said that, and the king made a law that everybody at the sound of a cymbal should bow to a god, G-O-D. But these three Hebrew friends said, no, we are not going to bow down to this God, because we are Hebrews. We believe in a different God. We have a different God. So we are not going to bow down to that God of yours. And the punishment is that if you are not going to bow down, then you are going to be placed into the furnace fire. The Bible said that when they got this offense, they were called upon to even apologize. They said, no, king, hold it up there. We are not ready to apologize. We are ready even to go through the fire. Whatever it is, let us go through. And to make it worse, the Bible said that, and the king asked that they increase the fire 7 more times. 7 more times. 7 more times, and they bound them together. And when they bound them together, they placed them in the fire. But the Bible says that when they placed them in the fire, and the princes, and the governors, and the captains, and the king's counselors, all of them were gathered to see what is going to happen to these children. The Bible said that they saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire passed on them. They were in the fire. Their clothes did not catch fire. Their hair did not sing. When we say sing, those of us who have done a little agriculture, after killing the goat, you sing the hair, just a little hair, and little fire, and you see all the hair is gone. Their hair was intact. Their clothes was intact. It wasn't catching fire. And the Bible said there was no smell of fire that even you could smell around them. And that's where the message is coming from this afternoon, that there is no smell of fire on them. They don't look like they've been to the fire. They don't look like what they've been through. The songwriter said that I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look at all like what I've been through. I don't look like what I've been through at all. They are going through the fire, but there's no smell of smoke on them. Not a smoke or smell. Church, if people to tell you what they are going through, there is no smoke or smell of fire on them. through it and you have come out of it. Not a smell. Why? When we say smell, there should be some scent, there should be some scar, there should be something to show that I've gone through it, but you have gone through it. There is no scar. There is no scar. Nothing to show. Nothing to show. Nothing to show at all that I've been through this. You've gone through it, but nothing at all to show. Nothing at all to show. Nothing at all to show. I don't know what you've gone through. I don't know what you're still on to. But there's nothing to show that you've been through this. The Lord will deliver you. You don't have a scar. The smell of the fire will not be felt on you. Not a shadow of it at all. You walk as if you never went through the fire. You walk as if you never even go closer to it. Because it is the Lord that will deliver you from them all. They are watching you. They want to see the end of this matter. What is going to be the end of the matter? They were watching the Hebrew prayer. When they were going to put them in the fire, they were just watching what is going to be the end of the matter. Or the end of the matter that they are going to die. Many other people are watching you and I. They want to see the end of this matter. I like the song, say a befa. A befa. Because you know, God is about to do something miraculous, and you will not look like what you have been through. You will not have a scar of the troubles. You will not have a scar of the afflictions. You will go through it as if nothing has happened at all. The Bible says in Acts chapter 28, there was a time when Apostle Paul arrived in Malta, the island of Malta. The Bible said that when they arrived at Malta, they were feeling so cold that they wanted to gather some sticks to make some fire just to keep themselves warm. The Bible said that when they were there and they were gathering the sticks, the Bible said, and the viper had his wrap up around his hand. And when the barbarians saw that a venomous beast, in the end of it says a viper, hung around his hand. And when he hung around his hand, the Bible said they were all watching to see what was going to happen to Apostle Paul. They were watching. They were watching. There's a viper, so there are two things that are going to happen. Either he's going to drop dead, and they kept watching. Many are watching you to see you dead. Many are watching whether that thing that you're going through, whether you will come out of it, whether that sickness that you have, whether you are going to survive it, whether that cancer, whether you're going to survive it. They are just watching to see the end of the matter. But hear me loud and clear. As they watch you, the Bible said that, and they watch and they kept watching, then they think that he is not going to die. Verse 5, look at what happened there. Look at what happened in verse 5. He said, and he shook off the beast into the fire, and he felt no harm. Somebody say, I shake off the beast. I shake off the beast. I shake off anything that looks like going to kill me. Anything that holds me down, I shake it off. The Bible says he shook off the beast. He shook off the beast, and he felt no harm at all. Whatever beast is holding you, that many are looking at, this is going to kill you. This is going to kill her. This is going to kill him. You are going to shake it off, and they're going to wonder what is happening to you, because the Lord is going to deliver you from them all. You will escape unharmed. No smell or smoke around you. He shook it off. Somebody say, I shake it off. Somebody say, I shake it off. Somebody say, I shake it off. I shake it off. I shake it off. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill you. It's going to kill you. It's not going to kill you.
of it. Yesterday around, I got about very early, around 5 a.m. And I got a text from a friend in the UK. Somewhere July, he called me. He's a military captain in the UK. And he told me that there was a doctor who is also in the military. And they are all, colleagues. And the wife is pregnant. 20 weeks. And they said, oh, this child cannot survive. So, the doctor said that he is a doctor. And the doctors told him that based on this evidence, we are just about to kill your child. Then that friend called me. It's also for, I believe in your oil. Can you connect with us? I said, get him on board. I believe he was expecting me to say, Maku Karina Ika Mama. I said, that child is coming live. I said, we have finished the meeting. So I said, that is all. That child will be born. Yesterday, I got a text. He said, also for the child is now 36 weeks. And in 2 weeks' time, that child is coming out. I said, oh, tell her that no knife is going to touch her, but she's going to deliver like the Hebrew daughters. I speak over your life that I said, whatever they want to see the end of that thing die, that thing is not going to die, but that thing is going to live for the glory of God to be seen. Whatever their negative expectation is, it's not going to satisfy them. Tell yourself that God don't satisfy their negative expectation. Whatever negative expectation they have, whatever the daughters have said, we turn it around and we say that not what they have said, but that which God has said is about and is going to come to pass. It's what God has said. It's what God has said. I was reading about a little boy. He's a Ghanaian guy but born in the US. Jude Coffee. I don't know how many of you have read about that boy. That boy was born, and when he was born, they said this guy is going to be Down syndrome. And just like Down syndrome, they gave birth to him with kidney issues. They gave birth to him preterm, with chips all over the nostril, with G-tube. It means that the child was feeding through the stomach, and according to the father, the child doesn't know what it is. So at some point in time, he will remove the G-tube, the NG-tube. They remove it from the NG-tube and they place a stomach there. You will just begin to remove it away. Or the diagro, the child was playing with the thing and they realized that what is going to happen to this child, because this is how you're being fair. As I speak to you at 30 years today, that guy is a piano or organist and is playing on all international standard. That Down syndrome thing has been turned around. Nobody told him how to play a chord. Nobody told him how or taught him how to play a chord. He's playing for 61ers. He's playing for all the celebrities in the world. Why? Because there is not going to be smell of that smoke on your body. That which they said the Down syndrome. That thing they said about that child. That this child is going to be this. This child is going to be born with this. This child is going to be born with this. That child is going to live without any of those things. Because no smell and the smoke will be fed around him. No smell of the smoke. They went through it. No smell of the smoke. They were watching Paul for him to die. I said, no smell of smoke. No smell of smoke. No smell of smoke. Also for no smell of smoke. Sometimes they call, if Pastor he would talk, he said, I was driving taxi also for today. If you tell people you drive taxi, no smell of a taxi driver. Does it look like a cab driver? Let me gossip to you. You know how they call you in here? Me, this my mouth, I will say it. This my mouth. They say you are CDCA Bill Gates. ETG. When they told me, I said, me to Warren Buffett. Some of the people concern me. Mr. Majimidia, we open in Beko. Hey! You see, this year began, I said me too, I want to be CDCA Warren Buffett. Recently, my wife said, my name who said me was Karma. Nakami Ohieni. Do I look at she avoid them mitrimu? Oh, you know about avoid that. Hey, I said we don't look like what we have been through. We don't look like what we are going through because God is going to take us and deliver us from them all. We don't look like it. Somebody get up and say, "Hey, where that about? Highway, where that about? This one is that about." Unumu do amado. Konsechi krom, kon pakro, kon eastern region. And you call me Dadaba. This one is Dadaba. And your grace. Because there's no smell of smoke. And so you think, oh, this and Dadaba. And you're Nyamiadum. I can miss somebody say some paper. Me the shower. You go feel them. Go and greet Uncle George. Have you seen Uncle George hand? When he holds you, see a bear muscle with them. When I hold you, think of baby now, so say, "Hey, Adam." We don't look like it. We don't look like it. We go through things, but we don't smell it at all. There's no smell of it, and people don't believe it. What you say, they don't believe it. We tell them our story, they can't just connect the dots. Why? Because there is no smell. There's no smell. There's no smell. There's no smell. There's no smell. It's God. It is God. It is God. It is God. Naka, who are you? Chema would say, whom am I? Whom am I? Aka, whom am I? You are the last person they even thought you sit in Aboboya, not in helicopter. Whom am I? You know Aboboya? Some of you been to Ghana for a long time, so you don't know Aboboya. Pragya. This woman is a long time to Ghana, but you are more in Ghana. You are the last person they thought you sit in aeroplane. But what happened? Look at the connection. Look at the connection. Look at the connection. Here you are. And then Uma and Abrofo at the classroom. You don't look like it. There was nothing on you that shows that in the prophecies of time, in 20 years or 30 years ago, this woman will be in America. If they have said it, even if a prophet has prophesied, whom am I? But that God that can make all things beautiful, that God that can work out things, that God that can make the miraculous out of nothing, has taken this one, and here you are. You don't look like what you are going through. Your pain alone. Sometimes when you tell them I'm in pain, say, which part of your body is in pain? Why? Because you keep dancing, you keep laughing, you keep smiling. You see, you don't look like it. You don't look like it. You don't look like it. Not because you don't want to look like it, but because God has made it so. And sometimes you look at yourself and you wonder, what are they seeing? Sometimes people you think they have, they come and borrow money from you. Can I have some $20? And you look at yourself, what are they seeing on me? It's the grace. It's the grace. It's the grace. It's covering every disgrace of your life. It's covering every disgrace of my life. So whatever they must see as negative, he has amplified it and has changed it and has made it into something that it looks so glorious for them. That small thing they must see, God is magnifying it. The Lord will come through for you. The Lord is going to come through for you. In Mark chapter 16, verse 18. He said, you will pick up snakes with your hands. Aye. You will pick up snakes with your hands. You will drink deadly poison. Hey, if you know the things they have done for you, if you know the incantation they have done, but yet here you are. They take your pictures to the shrine, and when they say the pictures have been catching fire, the trap they set for you, you'll be walking to the trap without even knowing it. David said that our soul escaped like a bird out of the fowler's snare. You have been stepping to the traps without even knowing it. They put the powder there, you step on it. They put the iron there, you step on it. You don't even know it, but God. And as you are stepping in it, they are watching you, because they know as you step into it, he falls there, and you have been stepping into it, and you are walking away. Because God is delivering you and I from them all. They are mentioning our names in wrong places, yet here we are. You will drink deadly poison. You shall take up serpents, and if they drink even deadly poison, it shall not hurt them. You are drinking every day. They put this in your water. Hey, as we go to Ghana, they tell you, be careful. How careful can you become? How careful? How careful? How careful? When I'm calling people address, I say, I don't even know. They become a mindidi. I shouldn't eat. How careful? Just last 2 weeks, I went for just a weekend and I came back. And they say, where's Makwaba? No problem. This year I caught 3 times. I caught this year I caught the Christmas. Hey, Osika. My baby say, hey, thank you, praise the Lord. Hey, when I went, my God. One of the evenings, I was going to visit my auntie, was very sick. Oh my God, I got a terrible accident. Terrible accident. I saw death. No, somebody told me, me myself, I said, hey! And I told her I will not be the news. We did that short time. I was saying to myself, I will not be a news. Some buggers come from America to Ghana. And I was saying, to me, Kumi. And the car was turning. And I was laughing in the car. And the copy all the ties. All the ties. And I could hear from about 150 meters. I was spinning and going. And when the car stopped, I was inside, cool like that. I felt my body, I said, I'm still alive. I'm not a ghost. I feel my head there. I feel my nose. I took a deep breath. And they kept just on the car. Bugger. How many dollars? Any phones? Hey! I told them, hold on, don't touch my car. And I came out and I walked and I looked at the car and I told myself, no smell of smoke. Here I am. Here I am, not even my body. Not a nail. The car was completely damaged. Completely damaged. And when people came later, say, and I driver know him. And people said, driver no Gina no. No smell of smoke. Me and me Timothy say my surviving. I carry myself to the hospital. They said, Master, paracetamol for my mommy. Paracetamol. Code. Why? Because no smell of smoke. What will kill people will not kill you. You didn't say amen. I said, what will kill people will not kill you. What will kill people will not kill you. Because people, if you don't get this one, they go. What will kill people? Whatever kills people, you will go through it, you will experience it, and you will escape. You don't smell like it. You then in Kenya, Apostle Raymond, oh my God, he sent me a message about a car. I said, who was in the car? I said, me. I said, what? Apostle, you were in this car? I said, yes. No smell of smoke. There's another guy, Yao Pepe, Dr. Yao Pepe. I don't know if you know him. He's a medical doctor in Burkina Faso about 20 years ago. If you see how the car was mangled, everybody died. Go to Facebook, look for him. He's not walking with walking stick. There's no cut. There's nothing on his face. No smell of smoke. After surviving, he said, me, the medical doctor certificate, Monfa, I'm preaching for the rest of my life. He's a preacher now. He's all over the world. No smell of smoke. I said, you will not look like what you are going through. They may have the expectation, but the expectation will be shattered. Because God is not going to make it look like what you are going through. I pray for you. I pray for you. I pray for you. I pray for you. I pray for you that there will be a special grace upon your life. That whatever you are going through, you will survive it. That thing will die once you survive. The fire will keep burning once you stay alive. That there will not be a smoke, not a smell of it at all on your body. Your body will not smell death. Your body will not smell cancer. Your body will not smell blindness. Your body will not smell that thing that they are saying, because God is going to illuminate you. God is going to insulate you, and you'll be out of it. This one too shall come to pass. Tell them, watch me. Tell them, watch me. Because I will come out of this one too. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. When I was preparing the message, I was coming there, the Lord just took me to an email. My professor sent to me my last paper in the nursing school. She told me, dear Emmanuel, per the records and per the calculation, there is a last exam to be written. There is no way you can make it. Speak to admission and let them advise what to do. Evangelist, to the man not a nurse, no smell. I'm a charge nurse, so papa. Let that professor come and see what God has done. It's a better record. I look at it. I wanted to preach it today to bring it to you. I should go and see admission so that they can advise me. Miko to meko anashito. Up to date. That professor keep mentioning my name in the school. Said there was a gentleman who had 100% in my exam. I got 100%. A BC that. I was at the subway and further somewhere when my friends called me and said, Chuck, the results is in, you got 100. I knelt down, hi, and blew tongues. God, that was all I needed. Told me to go and seek advice. What advice again do I need to seek? No smell. You will come out of it. It may look impossible because there was no way. I mean, there was no way. You have failed. Now, first says that Minya 25. Second one, Minya 75, Minya 57. Third one, Maya, they are coming Minya 72. Where are they going? Where are the passing exam? What is your track record? First one, 25. Second one, 54. Third one, you have done very well, 72. This one too. So based on my track record, go and see admission.
And then the fifth one, the fourth one, I make it Yamutu. Yamutu. Whatever they have as your track record, and based on your track record, because of A, B, C, D, therefore it's equal to be E. It's not going to work that way. It will be working as Z. It will work at Z. It will work at Z. You won't go through that way, they said. They will have all the reason in the world, but God has the final say. They may have all the reason in the world. They may have all the proofs. All the labs are showing that A, B, C, D. But you tell them, can I speak to God and have a second opinion? The labs are showing that it's A, it's B, and C. But God is telling me no smell of that sickness will be found in my body. There are many times people have gone with all labs and everything, scheduled service, and they go and it's like, we can't find anything at all. Why? Because God has made foolish the wisdom of men. I believe in science, but I believe in God more. I believe in God more. I believe in God more. And this morning I want to encourage you. Let your trust in God be increased. Know that God can do it. It's not about man. It's not about calculations. It's not about what you know. When it comes to that point, know this, that it is God that have the final say. I want you to be on your feet. Just want to be on your feet for a minute or two. I want to raise a prayer. No smell of smoke on you. No smell of smoke. I don't know the kind of smoke you're going through now. But I'm praying to my God that you're going to come out with no smell of it at all. I don't know that thing that you are going through. You can't even share with your partner. You can't even share with your children. You can't even share with your spouse. You can't share with your husband. But you're going through it and you're believing God. But I want you to know that you're going to come out of it. Lift up your hand. Say, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Cause an escape. Oh Lord. Cause an escape. Oh Lord. Come on, lift up your voice and begin to pray. Mazole bebele bebe. Kiyanda la baba la baba. Maria baba zokrianda la baba. Cause an escape, oh Lord. 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 Cause an escape. Cause an escape. Cause an escape, oh Lord. Mazika yanda la baba. Riababa zalia kaya. Malibi kaya noli baba. La baba zakaliana la baba. Jabariaba zakiyanda la baba. Libabo kabanda la babe. Jabala baba zakiyanda la baba. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. You want to end the recording now?